In the following clips and presentation, you will bear witness to Voldemort's various personality traits. You will, by the end of the video, understand how could such a young innocent young boy change into a remorseless killer. Portrayed as the greatest villain in the Harry Potter series, Voldemort is truly one of the most complicated characters in the novel, keeping his darkest insecurities and secrets hidden from others. A personality trait is a durable disposition to behave in a particular way in a variety of situations. Numerous psychologists have accepted the challenge to identify the core group of traits that make up a person's personality. Raymond Cattell was able to use factor analysis, which is the correlation among many variables analyzed to identify closely related clusters of variables, to reduce Gordon Allport's extensive list to only 16. Among the list of 16 personality traits is dominance. The level or degree of dominance is determined by a person's forcefulness towards others. The following clip shows Voldemort holding his dominance and power over his Death Eaters, which are his loyal followers. As you saw in the video, Voldemort called upon his followers like a master commanding his servants to come forward. He forcefully unmasked his followers and caused them enough pain to knock some of them over. Those who remained conscious were forced to kneel in front of them like Lucius Malfoy. He is asserting his authority over his followers with physical force. The development and maintenance of this trait can be explained by one of the psychodynamic theories. Alfred Adler's individual psychology theory claimed that the primary source of motivation is a striving for superiority. Everyone has the drive to adapt, improve oneself, and master life's challenges. Adler believed that young children felt weak and inferior in comparison to older children and adults. This early feeling of inferiority motivates them to acquire new skills and develop their talents. The process to overcome one's feelings of inferiority is known as compensation. It is simply efforts to develop one's abilities to overcome these inferiorities. Adler also noted that excessive feelings of inferiority could lead to an extreme known as overcompensation. Those who engage in overcompensation will strive to achieve status, gain power over others, and focus on the superficial aspects of success, such as cars and clothes. They will flaunt their success in order to hide their true feelings from others. They could unknowingly or knowingly hurt others in the process. Voldemort's need to be the dominant figure can be explained by Adler's theory. In correspondence to Adler's theory, Voldemort's feelings of inferiority started when he was a young child. As a child born with the ability to perform magic, he was considered a freak or outsider by the other normal children. After arriving at Hogwarts, young Voldemort strived for superiority. It became his primary goal, as Adler stated. He was determined to become the greatest wizard in the world. During his process of compensation, he researched various methods to gain immortality in the form of Horcruxes. As an immortal being, he would be better than all of the adults in the world, aligning with Adler's theory. His feelings of inferiority made him determined to assert his dominance over others. He even overcompensated by gaining power through the blood and pain of others. He needed to maintain this image of being fierce and dominant in order to hide his true insecurities of his origin. Hans Isaac viewed personality structure as a hierarchy of traits. The superficial traits are the combinations of several basic traits, which are then the combination of higher-order traits. His belief states that all personalities are derived from 3 higher-order traits. Among those traits is psychoticism. People who have high degree of psychoticism are egocentric, impulsive, cold, hostile, and aggressive. These descriptions are the perfect descriptions of Voldemort, as you will witness in the following clip. In the previous clip, Voldemort unleashed his fury on the innocent workers at Gringotts Bank. Regardless of the consequences, a sign of impulsiveness, he killed all those around him except for his followers. Do note that all of his followers were trembling in fear. As he is walking across the room, he appears cold and remorseless for what he has done. He's only worried about his own safety, a sign of egocentrism. Hans Isaac's personality traits can be explained through conditional concepts of behavioral theory. Isaac proposed that some people can be conditioned more readily than others because of differences in their psychological functioning. The existence of operant conditioning, proposed by behavioral psychologist Skinner, explains the development and maintenance of psychoticism in Voldemort. Skinner believed that people's behaviors were the result of outside influence. Through different types of reinforcements, people behaved accordingly. For positive reinforcement, a response is strengthened when it is followed by the presentation of a rewarding stimulus. For negative reinforcement, a response is strengthened by an undesirable stimulus. There are two types of negative reinforcements: escape and avoidance. In escape learning, an organism will require a response that decreases or ends some aversive stimulation. In avoidance learning, an organism will engage in a response that prevents aversive stimulation from occurring. On the other hand, a punishment is an event that follows a response that weakens the tendency to make that response again. The behavior is developed through the first couple responses. The behavior will then be maintained if the reinforcements are given constantly. The behavior will become extinct if the reinforcements disappear. Voldemort's psychoticism is the direct result of positive reinforcement. After gaining fame as being a vicious killer, people began to fear his power. Voldemort's cold-blooded killings initiated the desired stimulus, fear. When he realized that people feared him, he began to kill more people to increase his fame. The first couple of reinforcements from the citizens turned him into a cold, hostile, and aggressive being. In his twisted mind, fear from the people was the ultimate prize. The large amount of fear strengthened his response to kill more people. The killings turned him into an egocentric and antisocial being, which are qualifications of psychoticism. His vicious behavior was maintained by the continued fear among the people. Without their fear, the desired response would disappear and his murderous rage might become extinct.